Hello and welcome back to our franchise Super Practical Wild. So last time we were turning these boxes into a little less ugly boxes. Maybe they're even more ugly now. I can't quite decide. I hate building these things, in case I hadn't told you yet. I probably have. We got half of this done, which now looks like a decent little thing for people to come into and sit down and watch snakes and frogs and everything. We are researching them right now, but as I told you, research is going to take some time. So we won't be able to do a lot right now, which is why I'm working on these guys. So let's just continue, let's just make these boxes look more boxy, I suppose. I mean, it's not like we're going to unbox them or anything. Planet Zoo unboxing. I can already see it in front of me. Let's play Planet Zoo unboxing. I'm going to unbox the boxes. So I also chose a really bad time to start this Let's Play because all of the... Like, there's no new Planet Zoo games coming out anytime soon. Because they just brought out a new, new one, a new expansion, game pack, whatever. Hasn't? Like, it's not that old. It's pretty new. And I think they do one like every 3-4 months, so... Well, at least I have some time to play the game until then. So that maybe at that point our Let's Plays are going to be a quality where I can actually put them online without having to check 4 times first. Is that ever going to be the case though? I don't really know. Okay, we finished our Bora, so you can now go and research... No? Advanced. Let's do more advanced research on the Sable Antelopes then. Yeah, you've been about to mature 15 times. There we go. Get a new habitat animal. I don't know about this space. Just gonna fill it out somehow. I know, it's not pretty, but it's our our club of weird houses. The staff is gonna be okay with it, why would they complain? I'm actually not gonna do these now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a habitat next to this for komodo dragons. I think. Because someone requested that. I forgot their name. That is just, I know I could open it right now, but I actually can't. Because then OBS is going to have a brain fart. The person who requested komodo dragons... Wait, no. I'm going to build a habitat now and hopefully I'll just check out who requested them before the next episode. Oh, wait, I can check it out now. I have a phone! It's not like I don't have a phone. See, that's when you forget that you're in the 21st century and you have a phone that lets you access a YouTube channel. And you can just like pop into it and check what it says. Thomas. Okay, so Thomas wanted komodo dragons because they're huge reptiles and they're going to attract additional visitors. Yes, I also think that komodo dragons are pretty cool, that they are going to get us more visitors. I mean, every animal is going to, but komodo dragons are, they're cool. They're also from the bonus pack, so if you don't have the deluxe edition, you won't have them. Just a warning. There are these lads here. You can only have 2, but that's fine. Just means less expensive investments. Less expensive investments, yep. Less investments. Less expenses. Chose one of the 2 brain. Komodo dragon. And because we already have a reptile bit here, I'm just gonna add those in here. Suzil, Utama, Mostrika. Are there any good... So the cheapest one here is not all that good either. It's a golden one for 200, but I'm not quite that rich. Let's just pick that one. And then I'll need a male. So that they can breed. Mate, I don't really know. Yep, that's one, that's okay. So let's just check into what we need for komodo dragons. 600 square meters, no water and no climbing requirement and grade 2 fence over 1 meter. That's going to be fine. We're just gonna have them right next to this place. I was actually thinking about using a low concrete fence. Yes, I was thinking about building with normal fences. I know. Scary, right? But then I realized that no, I could just go in here and pick up a fence. Because everything else would be too easy, right? Also, we unlocked a lot of new fencing, so I wanted to use some of that. And because it is technically speaking an Asian animal, right? I was thinking about using this Indian fencing here. We're just gonna have the habitat right next to this reptile house. So that this sort of, you know, keeps being the reptile area. This wall is gonna be fine, don't worry. You could put a lion behind us and nothing would happen. This is one of the reasons why I actually prefer using these sort of things with the habitat walls, because it looks better. And wait, yeah. Just gonna make sure that all the matured ones aren't gonna kill us. But that seems to be a female. Also, how many lemurs do we have at the moment? Because I believe the answer is too many. 9 red-ruffed lemurs and 9 ring-tailed lemurs. Okay. That's so many male babies. I'll have to get rid of all of those, because same issue again. I am going to give the komodo dragon some water, because even though they don't need it... Oh, I'm sorry, I just love the sunrise in this biome. It's just like I've been playing Sims lately. I think I already said that. And I was playing in the Get Famous city, and the lighting in it is so bad. Like, you build a house and during daytime or nighttime and there's just no difference. And the lamps in your house don't work, and I don't know who designed it, but it's crap. And you know, then you go in here and you play this and you're just like, oh my god, it finally looks okay. So that's why I'm sort of awestruck at the lighting. I'm just gonna do like this part here up to there, I suppose, so that we can actually like have the barrier around here. Sort of. This is gonna have 2 areas slightly overlapping. Might have to do something about that, but it's okay, I think. So that people can still like take a look at them from the inside. And they'll be building like a little shelter bit around here. Now I know that, I don't know, I feel like some of these habitats I build just are a lot more lavish than others, but I don't know, I just build whatever I come up with. If you want like a really extravagant habitat or something, or like something specific, please do state it in the comments, because otherwise I'm just gonna build whatever I feel like. And I do try to build like cool stuff, but you know, maybe my definition of cool isn't your definition of cool. At some point I'm just gonna have to make a list of topics to talk about during this, because I'm just sitting here placing fences. Why do people watch me place fences? I mean, I say that and I know that I myself too watch people placing fences and stuff, but it's still just so confusing to me. Like, I do it too. I watch a lot of YouTube videos just like in the background essentially. When studying and stuff. So I understand why people do it, but then I'm always like, why would people actually spend that much time watching my content? Just gonna fix this a little bit. No, I don't want to collect the fence, I want to collect these guys. Thank you. And I mean, I suppose it's the same thing in the end, right? Like watching someone do something is relaxing and just having them talk. Especially if it's not like someone screaming around or whatever. There's a lot of YouTubers I really like that have like the habit to just start screaming around at random points. Which like, it's just quite annoying, because I like just listening to stuff in the background. And it's very hard to do that if it's like a very loud person. Because like my brain almost registered it as noise, and then noise is bad, and then my brain's like, stop it. So I'm trying to sort of use that knowledge for my own videos. Yeah, just keep everything a little more calm and quiet, especially in these games. I mean, like, It's freaking Planet Zoo. Why would it not be calm and quiet? And can the vet maybe attend to it? I mean, if the vet knows that he hasn't attended to it, why isn't he going to? You can just do it like this, honestly. You know, just a little gate thing. I just drop off here. I don't really know if I have any nice arch to place. I mean, definitely none of those. I could just place a typical like mud wall arch. That looks weird. I'm just gonna leave it like this. And like maybe put up a sign or something. Although like then I'd have to put them up everywhere. Hotel house workers. I said, yeah, that's not fair. Now people know that they can't go here because this is only for the people who work in the reptile house. They obviously won't read it, but I can live with the idea that they read it, right? Okay. Then we're gonna do a little bit of water. Like here. I just like putting water in every habitat because A, you don't need to place these weird like water drops or whatever. I don't like those. Or the pipes, I also don't like those. Just not a big fan of it. Like, I'm not angry at their existence, I just don't like using them. They look ugly, unfitting, I don't know. I just don't like them. Then attend to it. Yeah, which is the other one? That one. Oh, we don't have a free vet, right? Well, we have money, let's get a free vet. Actually, let's just put in some more caretakers and some more keepers. Reptile house, savannah, antelopes, reptile house. Reptile house is going to need a lot of workers pretty soon. Yes, you've been about to mature for the last 20 minutes, so now I just stop going. Let's actually put these guys in here right away. True. Maybe I should finish the barrier first, yeah. So we're just gonna go in here, we're gonna pick our renewal barrier. No, it's gonna be a bit bitchy because... Yeah, like I connected it to here and then I can just go on with this one here, I suppose. Should be doable? No? Yep, there we go. Once again, it's very important that you always keep this behind whatever is your physical barrier. So the animals should not be able to touch it or cross it. But that's the same for every build that I've done so far, so I don't know why I'm saying it again. Maybe if you knew and you didn't know that yet. There you go. Fabulous Planet Zoo build knowledge. So exciting, right? Me placing barriers. Okay, there we go. And one of the animals is matured, so let's just get rid of you. See, I mean it. All of my golden animals. All of them. Literally all of them are thingy things. They're thingy things. They're males. All of my golden animals are males. What's going on here? Okay, well, but that's not really up for this question, is it? Now you might think that this place is a little small for 2 kilometers, but it's definitely gonna be enough. And because we only have 2 animals, I always feel weird giving them these huge habitats. Like, it's one thing if you have like 20 monkeys on this island or like 15 springboks in here, and the hyenas just need this much space, but for komodos, I feel like if you put 2 in there and they have like 4,000 square meters of space, which this is 1,300 and 400 of water, so it would be like up to like close to 2,000 square meters. Which once again, it's just like, I just wouldn't want to give them far too much. I feel like that would actually have like some sort of negative effect on them. Okay, new animal has arrived. Has it? Yeah. Komodo dragons are here. Perfect. See. That's them. Now they hate the biome they're in because there's too much grass. I'm gonna go along with grass on this side, on the front, they want sand, so we definitely want to do more of a sandy area here. Around the water. And rock in the back. It doesn't matter whether you use like smooth or not smooth rock, you just need to use rock. Fade in some sand or whatever to make it look a little more realistic if that's what you want. Move some grass over it. And yeah, they have enough space as you can see, so they do care with plants actually, interesting. And for hard shelter, I'm just gonna do a little, like, you know me. You know me, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some structural props, some sunshades, because I really like those. And I'm gonna use them to give them a little alcove to stand under. Around here maybe? Like this. Another question is, can they pass through here? Probably not. Let's just do it this way. Then way they should be able to pass underneath it for sure. Do we have any nice roof bits I want to place on top of that? I was thinking about going for glass really. You know, like, because we do have glass up here. And if I take this glass, can I dye it? No. I was hoping for something I could like edit and dye. Ah, but these I can. Just make them like the same brown we used over there. You know, just take them here, lift them up. Make sure that they're straight-esque. Straight-ish. Man, I should probably have considered that first. Can I have a smooth piece of glass? Yep. There they are. I'll have to take these first, and like I'm gonna move them up a little bit because you know they have to be up a bit. And then I'm gonna take the pitched roofs and add them on top, or like next to it I suppose. Thankfully you only have to set this up once, then it's alright. And then I'm just gonna take these guys. Because once again, these are komodo dragons, they're not like the shyest animal ever, and this does count as shelter. I think their shelter is mostly just like shelter for rain and such. It really depends. For some animals you want to make sure that their shelter is like very, very non-see-through. And for some animals it's just like have a shelter for the sake of them not getting wet when it rains or whatever. Are you okay with this shelter? Yep, see? This is literally all we need, and if that's visitors, just take a full look at them. Komodo dragons. I am gonna use normal leaves here. That reminds me, I haven't put any sleeping space over in these guys' habitat. Big error, big error. I suppose we can live with it that they're gonna sleep around here. Sorry if you just heard that. That was my stomach growling. It's what time is it? Yeah, it's 12 o'clock, it's lunchtime, and I haven't eaten today, so a very, very healthy habits, right? So we can get them a center preset. Sprinkler, they all love sprinklers, I love it. A large football and a large snowball with a football. I said to the football. A water jet. Oh, can we put these like in the water? Yes, we can. But it probably won't work if it's this far down, right? How high up do I have to put this? Yeah, there! Oh, this is really cool. I really like that. It's a tiny jet in the water. What else do you guys need? Food and rituals. So, pumpkins. Yeah. Perfect. So the other thing we'll need is plants and stone. Which means that we should be able to at least roughly finish this time around. So, these guys, these tags stay, but we have to change the continent to Asia. Which gives us a lot more selection and already makes me happy. Actually, it doesn't give us a lot more, but it gives us a better selection in my opinion. For some things at least. You get bamboo, which bamboo is great. We get these different reeds. So like you can decide which reeds you want, because I do believe you still have the other reeds, which I actually do prefer. They're just greener, you know. But yeah, you can choose between 2 kinds of reeds now. In case you already use these reeds in every habitat like me and you don't like that. Obviously, the good old mangroves. Baobabs. These plants here. I'm gonna leave the back relatively free because once again this is gonna be our little stony area. So like there probably wouldn't be that much growing around there anyways. Always trying to do this with a little bit of a, you know, theme almost to it. So like some places where there's a lot of plants and a lot of flowers and everything, and some places where it's just not as green and lush and there's not as much going on. Wait, are they sure that I can use goldenrods here? Apparently. Okay, so how do you guys like this so far? Sounds good. Looks good. Better. I still need some more obviously, but for now I'm just gonna try to like create a little area with flowers around here. Because if I get flowers, I'm gonna use them. Once again, not the biggest selection, but we already have 2 flowers to choose from. Which is better than the last selection where we only had 1. Yeah, definitely gonna place some more plants around here. I'd love to use bamboo, but I feel like it just wouldn't fit in properly, you know? So, I don't know. I'm just gonna stick to like some other plants for now, I think. Is any of this gonna look realistic or natural? Probably not. Okay, no, that's too much. And in the back we're gonna use some stones. Rocks. I'm gonna use mostly tropical rocks here because the underground we're using is tropical. So, I think. Maybe I do want to use the ones, I don't know. Grassland. Oh yeah, it's grassland. I'm just being stupid again. Don't worry, that happens regularly. Especially when I record multiple episodes at once. Because like, I'm sure that every YouTuber in the world has already said this, but trying to talk useful stuff, and trying to record videos at the same time is sort of a challenge. Because like just talking is one thing, but you actually like you try to talk about stuff that might interest people, or like stuff that is at least seems interesting to you. Because like I don't want to be here talking for 15 hours if no one, you know, no one cares about what I'm talking about. So you're always like, okay, like, I need to find something that I can talk about that people are going to enjoy hearing about, or at least, you know, people might find interesting. And then it's like you're also trying to concentrate on actually getting something done in the game. I think it's even worse with like actually games that actually ask you to do something. Because here I can just stop time and, you know, if something happens, or I mostly place rocks and stuff, so it's not as problematic. But if you play like RPGs or shooters or stuff, where you kind of want to focus on what you're doing, that's quite problematic, right? Because like how are you going to focus on what you're doing if you're permanently talking? And, like I'm a person who talks a lot, all the time, so for me it's a little less problematic, but like what about people who aren't so used to talking all the time? I mean, I suppose you don't upload videos if you can't talk a lot, right? Okay. I haven't asked a lot of people about that. Tell me in the comments, would you record YouTube videos if you aren't good at talking permanently? Well, I feel like it's sort of like a YouTuber thing, right? Just talking for hours on end. Yes, stomach, I get it, you want food. Chill. You're gonna get food soon. want to finish this episode before you get food though. And I really want to take some nice pictures of these guys for the thumbnail. Can I squeeze some plants in the back? Should be able to, right? Grassland, Asia, and tropical. Like, I know that I can't place trees, but are these guys okay? I just don't like it when an area is like completely empty of anything. You know, the complete void. I don't like that. Nope. No. So this is as much as I can do for plants. Okay. Well, fair enough. I know that I could have gone with like less plants in the foreground to have more plants in the background. But that just wouldn't be me, would it? Just take a screenshot from here and then I'll go in and see if I can take a few better ones. From the actual animal. He's asleep. He's meditating right there. The meditating komodo dragon. Looking at the sun and, you know, realizing that the day has just begun. Or ended, actually. I don't know. Yeah, as I said, I really like just going into this game and building something and then taking 100 screenshots. And then forgetting that I was actually taking care of as a zoo and now everyone is fighting and now there's incorrect sex ratios and I have weird inbred offspring and all that. Would any of you would like, come on, could you maybe move forward towards the water? Also, that being said, let me just check where they can move right now. That's the thing you always want to check with reptiles, because look at this. We just made their space so much smaller by putting down some plants and rocks. Because they have problems navigating a lot, so we have to go and clean out the place until they can actually use it again. That is something you'll actually have to check if you're building a place from. Because, like, look at this, like, he can barely make it to the water here. And, like, it is enough space, but you wanna, you know, figure out if that's actually how much space you wanna give them, or if you want to give them more space, or make another area more accessible, maybe? Oh, something interesting going on over there? They both just scooted over. Oh, look at that. That guy's in a pretty nice position right there. To get another decent look at the habitat. That, yeah, like just from underneath the plants, that's where I'm gonna get a picture of him. Just see the water in the background. That water cleaner was not the best choice ever. But let's see if we can actually navigate this whole space. Yeah, I mean, that's close enough. We can't navigate on these rocks in the back. So I might remove some of those too. Because, like, as cool as they are, if they take away a lot of space, it's not worth it, is it? So yeah, that's something you have to take into consideration with very long animals. Oh, it's even worse with the crocodiles, by the way. The male crocodile is like so freaking long. You'll have to build the weirdest habitats. And you have to be so careful about where you place them, because otherwise they won't be able to move anywhere. Yeah, okay, there we go, that's enough. That's fair enough. Sorry. Pollen. I love plants, but I hate when they bloom, because, you know, like, normally you're like, oh my god, like, cool flowers, and then you're like, wait, I'm allergic against them. I'm allergic to all flowers. No! There, that is a great screenshot. Just love this, the optic of the scales, and I'm like, it's so realistic. The animal models, they're great. Let's just pick that up. Read habitat species, mechanic research, red research, the usual. This is another 30-minute episode, of course it is. See, that's what I meant. I will always go over the 30 minutes unless I, like, set myself a specific goal. But there we go. We've got one new habitat here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 habitats already, and a bunch of things in here. Meaning this is slowly turning into an actual zoo. Let's see how long it takes till my frame rate's gonna drop. But it still seems to be fine now, so I'm gonna stick with that. So yeah, that's it. You know, the usual. Leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you've made it through these 30 minutes and haven't died yet. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope I'll see you again in one of the next episodes.